Hello, good afternoon. So, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is my second time shooting this video. I recorded everything, and then because I was gonna take off the part, the mic section that connects to the phone, but then I was gonna take off this right here. And I'm like, wait, I'm not feeling anything. I'm like, oh my god. I look over the mic, this mic section was underneath my cap. So I just recorded that whole video because I tried replaying it to see if there was any audio. No, there was no audio. So I'm like, great. And it's one of those things that it's probably for most people, but like once I say something, I can't repeat it verbatim. So I'll have to repeat myself. That probably not going to be the same thing I said in the first shoot. So yeah. Oh, but there's that. Um, so my whole experience with maintenance with my truck. So obviously I'm driving now, so it did work out. But it was a drag. So, recap for the previous video. Got the load out and everything like that. That was his own challenge itself. And then me and my dad, we started working on a truck, took it off the tire. Uh, I bought multiple pieces to replace, but we only used about half of that. We replaced the tire, tiny rod, sway bar links, and then sway bar links, the shock and struts, and then one side of the upper ball joint. So the shotgun struts wasn't too bad. Soy bar link was pretty easy. The tie rod was easy too, right? But the upper ball joint, my God, I will tell you that is a pain and a half. And I was having regrets the whole way through doing that part. It, because it's so tight on there, right? I bought, and the thing is, the tool I bought was a universal tool, right? Quote unquote universal. Turns out, after looking at the manual, it was designed for like 20 vehicles for 2015 young and older. My truck is 2016. Because the thing is, the issue was the ball joint. It's angled, like the arm. It's angled. It's not like flat like this. It's angled. So the tool I was using, remember that we were using, it wasn't. It was at an angle, so it was constantly sliding off and moving out of place. And man, we try, and until my dad figured out a makeshift way to use the tool and to pop that sucker out. Man, that when that thing popped out, boom, just explode upward. But that was itself a challenge. Now we have to put the new one on there, which we eventually it was easier, but it was still difficult. Took some time to finally pop it in there. And then the for the ball joint, the new ball joint, right? The cover, the rubber covers they have for those is so hard to put on. It's almost impossible, right? My dad eventually figured out a way to put it on there, but I had ripped when I was trying to put it on there. I ripped like one side of the boot, so I'm like, well, there goes the whole boot. But it was just so like, why couldn't they make it to where like you can stretch it and like it just encloses on there? Like it's like if you buy it right out if you get it pull it out right out of the box, do not take off the cover. Once you take it off, good luck. It is difficult to say the least. And then I was like, man, I think that's why because we last year I took it to a mechanic to change that all out, right? I always noticed the boot, the cover for the boot for the upper ball joints, they weren't on there like fully. Now I know why the mechanic had the same difficulty putting it on there and then just kind of like put one side on there and then the other side just left as is. So I get it now, right? It is difficult to put that back on there. So um we found it took man we were there for a few hours, but we got it done. Uh, Good news, no clicking or clicking sounds when turning. So that was done. It could be the shock and struts. I mean, it was only a year old. Turned out there was the back one of the back bolts on my side driver's side. It was loose. Could have been that, but I think it might have been the sway bar links. They were just old, not old, but just went out. But Uh, yeah, that was a expensive experience through and through, but that's car maintenance for you. Uh, you gotta keep up with it. But hopefully, I don't gotta deal with any maintenance besides just doing oil change, typical oil changes for a while. And yeah, got that situated. Yesterday, I was off. Went to get my tires rotated and then just an alignment done. So that's all squared away. So I don't think I gotta worry about anything for a while now, for the time being. But yeah, that was that was an interesting experience. If if you gotta do upper ball joints and you're not a mechanic, just take it to a shop, have them do them because it is like for me. I don't without my dad, I don't think I could have done it by myself. If I could, it would have been very stressful and took way longer, right? Because like I said, the whole time, like once I saw it wasn't working, I was just having a negative mindset. Like, man, I should have took it to a dealership. Should have taken it to a mechanic, and oh yeah, it was just like, that sucker was not coming out. It was stuck in there, and man, it was just one of those things that once you deal with it one time, you're like, I don't want to deal with that again. So I mean, granted, now we have the experience of taking off, but I don't think it's going to get easier. it's still going to be it's still going to be a challenge to pop that out. So, man, that was an experience. But and all said, everything turned out good. We we we're going to try to keep it like that for a while. So cross my fingers. Nothing else comes up. Man, uh, if you have any experiences like that with your vehicles or friends, family members, let me know down because I'm sure there's way worse experiences than that. But man, sometimes you kind of look at the cost of doing it yourself, cost and time doing it yourself, and then just paying someone. Sometimes it may just outweigh it depending how difficult that part is. Because if you're not a mechanic or done new maintenance on your vehicles like that before, that is not a fun experience. I will tell you that, to say the least. But that'll be it for today. Till next time. Take care. Have a good day. See ya.